Hi, Bob the Canadian here. Let's learn English at the amusement park. Well, hey, welcome to this video where I thought we would learn some English at the amusement park. I'm here today at Canada's Wonderland, one of the biggest amusement parks in Canada. But hey, if this is your first time here, don't forget to click the subscribe button below and give me a thumbs up at some point during this video. I'd really appreciate it. Well, let's go in, but I think before I do, I'm going to need to buy a ticket. So when you go to an amusement park like Canada's Wonderland, you need to buy a ticket. Usually outside the park, the amusement park, you'll see that they have ticket booths and the signs above say ticket sales. So you would head over there and you would get yourself a ticket. That's where I'm heading right now. Well, I got my ticket. I'm sorry they wouldn't let me use my camera by the ticket booth, but we're ready to go in. So there's quite a few people. So it looks like I'm going to have to wait in line to get into the park. So I'm just gonna get in line over here. So I'm getting closer, but I think they'll need to check my backpack just to make sure I'm not bringing anything into the park that I shouldn't be. Bob the Canadian never brings stuff into the park that he shouldn't bring into the park. Looks like I'm next. What do you need? Yep, you bet. There you go. You need keys? Pardon? No problem. Keys? And that's it. Yep. Thank you very much. It's not a whole lot in there. Thank you very much. Have a good day.
You too.
Now I got to get my ticket. Hello, how are you? Sorry, I should have unfolded it for you.
That's okay, it's fine.
All set. So this is called a turnstile. So we're going to go through that next. And we are in the park. So we made it, we're in the park. You can see behind me there's a fountain. Here there's a flower bed, and in the distance you can see a really big mountain. It's not actually a real mountain, they built it there. So welcome to Canada's Wonderland. So this is a roller coaster. You can see the people are getting pulled towards the top, and in a minute they're going to come flying down. So here they go. They might scream a little bit, we'll see. We do go on these rides for fun, by the way. There they go, it's a fun time. So I can't go on the ride with my camera, but this might help you get a sense of what it would feel like. So if you look way up there, you'll see people who are starting to go down a really big roller coaster. They're stopped right on the edge. They're going to go any minute now. I think there they go. So a classic ride at an amusement park is something called a merry-go-round. And you can see one right here. This is one of the oldest types of rides that you can find. And if you look, you'll see that you can sit on a horse and it goes around. And apparently you're merry when you do it. So it's called a merry-go-round. By the way, merry is an old word for happy. But here's a merry-go-round. So the ride behind me is not the kind of ride that I would go on. It's a ride where you sit on a swing and it turns really, really fast. I think they're gonna start the ride soon. Oh, there they go. So quite often, an amusement park isn't just about the rides. There's also beauty. So here we have a flower bed behind us. So it's just a nice place to go because it's not just for fun to go on rides, but also just to see a lot of beauty. There's lots of trees, there's lots of flowers, and of course there's lots of rides. I'll let you watch these people go around a little bit. I wonder what that feels like. So one of the things I find interesting about Canada's Wonderland is there's no Ferris wheel. This giant wheel with seats is called a Ferris wheel, and they're pretty fun. They're the kind of ride Bob the Canadian likes to go on. So amusement parks will also have games where you can pay money and try to win a prize. So these are the prizes up here. In this game, you have to try and throw a ring. So they have rings here. You have to try and throw a ring, and you have to try and get it on one of those bottles. So Rohan here has been kind enough to give me a ring to try. So I'm gonna see if I can get it onto one of these bottles. I'm going to toss the ring. This is the ring. It's pretty small. I missed. Thanks.
No problem. Take care.
Hey, so this is a game called Whack-A-Mole. What happens is these little guys pop up, and then you have to use this to hit them back down. It sounds pretty violent, doesn't it? But I can't play right now because they need at least one other player. Maybe I'll come back later. So there's no one here, but they have this game where you hit this with a hammer, and if you can make the weight fly up and hit the bell, it means you're really strong. I wanted to try it because I actually think I'm pretty strong. Maybe I'm not, but I wish the guy was here so that I could try it out. So a lot of times an amusement park will have an arcade. An arcade is a place where there's lots of video games. So if you look over here, you'll see they have the video game Guitar Hero. So it's a place where you can come just to play some video games, maybe if it's raining outside or the weather is bad. So this is an arcade. So I'm not sure I would be able to do this ride. There's a couple people way up there, and not even sure if you can see them. So I'm outside the park now. I came outside the park to get a better shot of this roller coaster for you. But because I left the park, I had to get a stamp on my hand so I can get back in again without paying. So one of the most common rides at an amusement park is the roller coaster. You can see these people are on their way up to the top, and once they get to the very edge, once they get to the brink, they're gonna go down really quickly. Here they go. And we're gonna watch them come by right here behind me as well. You'll see them shooting around up there, and in a moment, here they come. People like roller coasters. So I have to be careful here because this is a water ride. There's actually some people up there in a small boat, and they're gonna come down in a minute, and it's gonna be a big splash. I might have to jump. There they go. I didn't get wet. They did though. So here's another fountain. If it was warmer today, I would be tempted to jump in and swim. You're not allowed to, but if it was warmer, I'd be tempted. And over there, you see something that's quite common at an amusement park, and that is a line. You often spend time at an amusement park waiting in line. I think these people are getting ready to go.
For safety, remember to keep your heads back, hold on tight, enjoy your ride.
Keep your heads back, hold on tight, and enjoy
Going
your
up
ride.
in 3, 2.
Would you go on this ride? Tell me in the comments below. So this place behind me, we would call a pavilion. It's covered so you're out of the sun, and there's a stage over there for people to perform on, maybe a band or another musical act. You can also see there's seating behind me for an audience. So this is called a pavilion, and there's usually one or two at an amusement park. So another thing you can find at an amusement park is a gift shop. So here's a gift shop where you can buy hats, you can buy shirts. This is a nice shirt. It says Canada on it. And all kinds of other souvenirs. So we also call this a souvenir shop. So a gift shop or a souvenir shop, another thing you'll find at an amusement park. So don't freak out this isn't a real moose, but it certainly looks kind of like one. So there you go. One of the animals that lives in Canada is called a moose. Once again, don't freak out. That means kind of get scared, but this is not a real bear. He's quite a bit taller than Bob the Canadian. Here, have a look. So I know I'm going to be in the sun all day, so I'm gonna stop for a minute and put on some suntan lotion. Suntan lotion protects your skin from the sun. So I feel like I came to the park too early in the season. Right here you can see that they have a diving show where divers dive off of the top of this mountain at the top of this waterfall into the water below. That would have been really cool to see. Maybe you should come to the park yourself to see it. So at an amusement park, you'll also find concession stands. A concession stand is a place where they sell food because people usually spend the whole day here and they don't usually bring food with them. So here we have some chicken and some beaver tails, which is a kind of deep fried dough. So have you ever had poutine? This is a poutinerie behind me. It's a place where you can buy poutine. It's French fries with gravy and cheese. I'll find a picture and I'll put it right here. It's really yummy. And it's a Canadian treat. So I'm not sure if you watched the lesson from last Friday, but I talked about vehicles, and behind me you can see a food truck. If you haven't watched that video yet, I'll put a link up here for you guys. And of course, they always have washrooms at these kind of places. Whenever you go to a public place, you're sure to find a place to go to the washroom or the bathroom or the restroom, whatever name you use. So I'm not sure if you can see this, but there are some really, really big goldfish down there that live at the park. So some parks even have go-karts. If you watch the lesson on vehicles, you'll know what a go-kart is. So you can see that you can come and drive a little go-kart and pretend you're a race car driver. So most amusement park will also have a special part of the park just for really little kids, where all the rides are smaller so that little kids can enjoy them as well. So you can see here we have just a little merry-go-round just for kids. They need to have fun too. Well, hey, that was a little bit of a look at an amusement park. I hope you were able to learn a little bit of English along the way. Bob the Canadian here. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet. Give me a thumbs up, share the video with a friend, and leave me a comment below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.